Welcome to the second degree. This is a guided journey designed to help you tap into your God-given potential. You, my friend, you have a divine blueprint. And until you discover and develop what that blueprint is, it just might seem like life is happening to you and not for you. Over the course of the next 33 days and through these 33 degrees, my aim, my hope is to pivot your mindset 1 degree at a time until your life is set on an entirely new trajectory that's far removed from the life you're living. And it's got you seeing that anything that you set your heart and your mind to, you can accomplish. That's what we're aiming for here. And I don't need you to believe in yourself. I need you to borrow my belief in you. If you feel like you've been stuck, you've been lost, and you just don't want to keep living how you've been living, you don't know where to start, you don't know what to do, you're in the right place. Welcome to the 33 degrees. Today, we are on the second degree, humility. And why are we starting this journey with humility? For one reason and one reason only. You can't allow yourself to learn some of the things that I am going to share with you without radical humility. Radical humility is the gateway to radical transformation. And radical honesty is the key to that gate. I'm going to share things with you that are foreign. You may have never heard of them. You're going to want to not believe what I'm telling you just because it goes against your current beliefs and what you know. That's fine. I expect that. Humility is what's going to allow you to approach this with an open mind and an open heart. It's going to allow you to suspend your disbelief. The same way you suspend your disbelief when you're watching a good movie. You know that what you're saying isn't true, but you let it be true for the movie. I need you to do that here. Whatever you don't believe, that's fine. But let it land. Process it. Try it on. See if it works for you before you write it off. And that takes humility. Humility is also going to prevent you from taking anything personal. Nothing that I say to you is meant to hurt you. It's not meant to attack you. But without humility, some of the things that I'm going to say are going to sound like an attack. I am not here to attack you. Understand that. And at any point in time where you feel attacked, you feel triggered, that's not me. That's you. And as we go through these degrees, the humility that you practice moment by moment through this whole journey is what's going to allow you to peel apart what I'm saying and dive deeper and try to figure it out and look into yourself and find the truth. That's what humility is going to give for you or give to you. It's going to give you the ability to capitalize on this opportunity. Now let's talk about what humility isn't. Humility isn't playing small. It's not being less than. It's not stepping into the shadows and being modest. That's not humility. That's fear. The reason you have a hard time being seen and playing big and standing in your power and shining your light is because of fear. And that fear is there because you haven't used your humility to investigate the darkness inside of you, the depths of your inner hell. There are things about us that we have taken on to protect ourselves, to defend ourselves, coping and defense mechanisms designed to keep the dangers of the world at bay. There are things that we do that we are unconscious of that are there to protect us, but we no longer need to be protected. We no longer need to let these mechanisms of our mind take over our thinking and control our reality. But it's going to take humility to investigate ourselves and say, why am I doing this? What's going on? What's the underlying programming that is illustrating this defense or coping mechanism? And how do I reverse engineer this and figure out what the hell's going on so I can do something about this? Because I want to show up with my power. I want to stand in my light. I don't want to dim myself and hide behind my insecurities, which show up as defense and coping mechanisms due to a lack of humility. I've been there. I'm preaching to the choir. Like, I know what I'm talking about because I have had to practice radical humility in my life. And without it, I would not have gotten to where I've gotten, and I would not be able to continue going where I'm going. But when we take that radical humility and we dive deep into ourselves and we find the darkness, we find the things that we didn't know, that we didn't want to find out about ourselves. Once we do that, you now are much more comfortable. You've got the courage and the confidence to start stepping into your light, start stepping into your power, allowing yourself to shine. Because part of the reason that you wouldn't allow yourself to shine is because of the experience that you've had with other people and how they make you feel when they shine. And a lot of those people that you see shine, they're narcissistic as hell. They're up on a pedestal. They think they're better than everybody. They're not actually practicing humility. They're up there trying to be grander and bigger than the world with some superiority complex. They just simply think they're better than people. And when you see people doing that and you get the reaction that you have in your body and you go, ugh, I don't want people to look at me the way that I'm looking at them. Well, you're looking at them like that for a couple of reasons. One, maybe you're just triggered and you haven't done the work, so their confidence is triggering your insecurity. Or maybe that person is really a dirtbag and they're not being humble. They haven't gone to the depths of their hell. They haven't looked at why they are the way that they are. They don't understand their programming. They don't understand that they're coming across as narcissists. They don't understand that. But because you got the impression that you got, you don't want to get other people to have that about you, so you play small. Understand that. That's why you play small. But when you take that humility to the depths of your soul, you now come back out on the other side and you can stand in your light. Not on a pedestal, not bigger and better than anybody. But you stand in your light and you shine that light because you know that you got here because of where you came from, the depths of your hell. So humility is what allows you to go in so that you can shine without. That's humility. You're not better than anybody. You're not worse than anybody. You are who you are. You're honoring your journey. You're honoring another person's journey. You don't expect them to understand what you understand. You don't expect them to be as good as you at certain things. Like, you don't expect yourself to be as good at certain things that other people are good at. No. Like, humility says, hey, I am who I am. I'm not perfect, and I'm learning, and I'm growing through everything that I'm going through. That's the best that I can do. That's humility. Humility is not weakness. Humility is the kind of strength that doesn't need to flex. It's a quiet strength. It's a subtle strength. It's the strength that lets you sit, pause, ponder, reflect, and go, what's going on here? What do I need to be aware of that I'm not aware of? How can I help myself or the others in this room? How can I show up in the best frame possible to make sure everybody grows through this experience that we're going through? True humility is being so much in your heart that before you even go to somebody else's mind, you meet them at their heart. You meet people heart to heart. You see the man first. You see the woman first. And you honor that person for who they are and for where they are. And you be the best version of you that you could be for this person, whatever that means for you right now, whatever the context is of your situation. So start to question yourself and ask yourself, where is a lack of humility tripping me up? How do I respond when people make corrections about what I said or what I did? How do I respond when somebody tells me that I'm wrong? How do I respond when somebody says something negative about me and I get triggered and then whatever? Ask yourself, where is a lack of humility tripping you up? It's tripping you up somewhere. It tripped me up a million times. And every once in a blue moon, I've got to remind myself, Ryan, stay humble. You ain't better than anybody. And don't you dare think that you are. The devil likes to dance, and he'll do it right here in your mind. Your humility will keep you in check. It will keep you grounded. It will keep you true to who you really are. So as we begin this journey, remember, there are going to be things that I say. It's going to be the words that I use. It's going to be the tone of my voice. It's going to be the belief you have that conflicts with mine, and it's going to trigger you. Your humility will let you find the truth in what I'm saying. And without the humility, you won't be able to stick around. And think about how if the things that I'm sharing with you, that I know that are the things worth listening to, not because this is my information, not because I know, but because this has worked for me and it has been passed down for millennia. This isn't new information. This is the information that's been hidden from you, kept from your heart, so that you could be controlled the way that most people are controlled in society right now. So prepare yourself. Let yourself know that it's coming. There is going to come a moment in this journey where you are going to have to choose humility. And the second you know that it's the thing to choose and you don't, your journey's done. There's no more work you can do. You've put up a roadblock and you're done. There's no more progress for you. The number one reason that you stay stuck right where you are is because you lack humility. Understand something. I said this again, I'm going to say it again. Or I said this before, I'm going to say it again. Confucius said, not that what he says is gospel, but understand something. He said, humility is the solid foundation of all virtues. He said that for a reason. Put your humility before every decision you make, every action you take. Step into your heart every time you go into your mind and ask yourself, am I being humble right now? Because I am telling you, radical humility is the gateway to radical transformation. And radical honesty is the key to that gate. If you can't take that key of honesty and put it into the gate of humility, you ain't getting through. If you can't be honest with yourself, if you can't say, damn it, I did it again. Damn it, I dropped the ball. And I dropped the ball because I lack the humility to see the real problem. It'll stop you for the rest of your life. It's what's been stopping you up until this point. Practice humility. Live it. Embody it. Let it be the solid foundation that governs your entire life. Humility first.